Hey guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Oh man, guys, I'm gonna put this out early because I've got a bit of a headache. But I definitely wanted to come on tonight just to say hi to everybody here and to thank everybody who was at the stream earlier today with Scott Neidlich and our discussion with Wondar and we of course both of us were wondering where we go from here. It was a great stream. If you guys haven't already seen it, definitely head over there, take a look at it again. Watch the overall discussion. It was a wonderful discussion about Mattel and exclusives and the different types of ways that companies conduct themselves and how fans might view the optics that are a result of what how Mattel actually handled this situation, which is not handling it, and the conclusions that were drawn in many ways, by Scott and by myself, and the discussions that were being had were mostly civil. There were some back and forth talking points on certain topics, um, and you know what I sort of gave my opinion as to where um, opinions are. What are the opinions of certain people, and the fact that everything should be taken as hearsay in a lot of ways. But we're not going to get into that now. Please go watch the episode. The live stream. It was a lot of fun. I really want to thank Scott for coming on here, Spectre Creative, and really giving his take on it. It was a wonderful insight. He always gives amazing insights as to what's been going on and how he views the industry and where it's heading. And it was a really fun time to be able to do that. Yeah, so you'll forgive me if I seem a little bit out of it sometimes because my head is just throbbing. So I wanted to wish everybody a happy belated Canada Day for those who celebrate it. I totally forgot about that, and I'm wearing red for crying out loud for Canada Day. So go figure that. But yeah, it was an amazing time. I spent some time with my folks, for lunch. Um, you know, uh, hung out with Dex, and yeah, it was watch a couple movies. It was a lot of fun. I hadn't watched Homecoming, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I hadn't watched that in years, and it was a lot of fun watching it again, and reconnecting with Dex and sharing some time with the family. It was a lot of fun. I hope everyone else who celebrates Canada Day and all the Canadians out there, I hope you guys had some barbecue. I hope you guys had some fun. It was a gorgeous day today. Rained a little bit in the afternoon, but that was okay here in Ontario anyway. But I do hope that everybody out there, was able to catch some sunshine, get out and enjoy some time with the family. Not too sure how long I'm going to stay on tonight. As I said, my head's kind of throbbing, but there are a couple of things I wanted to touch on outside of Wondar. I think I'm gonna put a stake in Wondar. It's pretty much where it is. Scott and myself pretty much covered everything we thought it was going to be relevant about that. If you guys want to know what happened or you haven't seen the episode, please go watch it. It was a lot of fun. A couple of things I wanted to touch on today. I'm involved in a whole bunch of things that are happening right now. Some of them very, very exciting, involving Ramen Toy and another YouTube channel, Mad Hatter Reviews. I'm going to get to that closer to the end of the stream tonight. But what I really want to start talking about tonight is what's been happening with Haslab and the not so much the Haslabs themselves. The Haslabs themselves, that's another can of worms all in and of itself. But I wanted to really touch on some of the things that Hasbro and Haslab is doing, which kind of kills momentum. In a lot of ways, that's what I feel is happening right now with Haslab. They start off with a good product, they start off with a good idea, and then subsequently momentum just dwindles after the initial funding or leading up to the initial funding. There's a great idea, there's a great product in the wings, and then all of a sudden, for one reason or another, and we're gonna get through what those reasons are, momentum is just killed, and everything starts to just go to a freaking crawl. Comparatively to where it started, and I really want to touch on that today. It really starts. It's really started to dawn on me now that I think especially for crowdsourced projects like crowdsourcing and depending on the price point, and I think I really got to clarify that price point determines whether or not the project itself is enticing, and then if the project needs a higher tier price, what happens is you really need stretch goals to help push you over the edge, to entice people to actually invest in this idea, in this product, in what it is that you're trying to bring to reality. And I think that Hasbro has continuously missed the mark on that, on the last few projects that they've introduced. And I think we can actually see in real time right now what's happening with that, um, because as early as this week, we've seen incredible successes with their last Haslab project, and now we're starting to see, you know, them tripping over themselves, right? Because for whatever reason, it's I'm just gonna come out and say it. Their stretch goals just don't seem to be up to par, and you can reach the finish line, which in a lot of ways they already have. But then if you want to get over that hump and get that little bit extra, that little bit of extra padding, that little bit of extra support, and in a lot of ways the loyalty of the fans, the loyalty of your customers, don't shit on them. You know what I mean? Don't be treat your customers like you want to treat one of your family. Like, seriously, if you're asking people to pledge on something, if you're asking people to actually get your project funded, and then you know what, if you want them to be excited about your product, then you know what, it needs to have support elements which really excite people. And that's what I want to talk about today, because the last announced, pardon me, the last announced Haslab projects back to back to back. One of them is a raging success so far, and two of them are just like just road bumps, like speed bumps. They literally started off with a bang and then basically just halted, or came to a grinding halt. And I really wanted to talk about that a little bit today. But yeah, it's mind-boggling why they would why this kind of stuff happens, but it does happen, and it's happening right now. Um, it's just kind of crazy. So yeah, guys, join me tonight, because this is going to be an interesting discussion, I think, and this actually might bleed into a couple of weeks later, because honestly, the way it's going right now, things are just starting to slow down completely. Like the thing, like everything's becoming a slow crawl at this stage compared to where it was. Anyway, let's go and say hi to everybody who's in the chat right now. And again, guys, I'm going to have to go a little bit slower today, because my brain is just, it's just throbbing like crazy. Yojo C, hey Yojo, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Mark Manet, what's going on, Mark? Hey Jay, just waiting for my Blitzwave Voltron for BBTS. I have the Go Daikin, Go Daikin, and Solo Trick again already, but I still want this one. I'm a Voltron fan as a kid, so excited, absolutely. You're not going to be disappointed, Mark. If you already saw, I did an unboxing of that like 3 weeks ago, something like that. Huge shout out to Daryl, and thanks to Daryl for letting that happen. Don't worry, Daryl, I'm going to bring it back. It's taking me forever to get the final photographs. If you're watching, Daryl, so thank you again, Mark. Appreciate that, and congratulations. Hopefully it'll come in sooner rather than later. Michael Traverso, hey Michael, what's going on, my friend? What's up, Jay? Just popping in to say hello. Good to see you, brother. Definitely down for a ramen toy flip or yes, we are going to get to that. We are going to get to that, Michael. I'm actually working on Masterverse version of that character. Excellent, 100. That's beautiful, Michael. I don't know if I have anything to show you guys. Where the heck is my phone? Seriously, where's my phone? All of a sudden, my phone's gone missing. Oh shoot, I know where it is. It's in the car. Damn it! I'm gonna have to go grab it later. Let me see if I can get, you know what, maybe I can do this. I don't know if it's going to work, but hey, stop it. No, stop. Stop. Oh my gosh. Where is it? There it is. Let's see if this will work. I'm not really sure if it's going to work, but we'll try. Okay. Justin Mahan. Hey, Justin. Good to see you, brother. Happy Canada Day to you too. Happy belated Canada Day to you too, my friend. Mark Manet, are you going to get the new SD Voltron stuff from Action Toys? I'm very excited about that. I think honestly, for myself, I'm thinking it's a really good mark. I really like the way it looks. Okay, let's see if we got something else here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, sorry, I'm just double checking some messages. Michael, happy Canada Day and happy 4th of July. Yes, 4th of July is coming. Of course, it's the Independence Day for all you, for all our American friends. Yes, definitely. Please enjoy your long weekend. We are enjoying it here in Canada, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Mark, at Justin Mohan. Yep, have both of those pre-ordered as well. $400. Ouch. They do look awesome though, don't they? They're just cute as hell. I do like the way they look. Michael Traverso. The more of these Haslabs, the more I feel myself drinking the retro blasting Kool-Aid. You know what? I mean, like Michael always is very critical. Michael's always very critical about Haslabs. He really does not like them. And you know what? I don't really blame him. There's a lot not to like, but at the same time, the products are just so good. You know what I mean? They keep reeling us back in. And as much as Michael is critical about it, they're his opinion notwithstanding, there are good things to like about Hasbro, and there are things where they're tripping over themselves in a lot of ways, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Nolan, happy Canada Day, Nolan. Good to see you, my brother. Patient Mental, I'm glad they did the canopy. Okay, you know what? Again, we're going to discuss that. We are definitely going to discuss the canopy. There are good points and there are bad points about it. Anyway, Anonymous 2123, Jay, you're spoiling us. Thanks for the stream. No problem, brother. This is my regular time for streams on Saturday, on Saturday morning. It might end up being an early stream though, because my head is just throbbing. But I really wanted to get some discussion going on this. Flash 739, hola Flash, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing? Storm Stratos, say Storm Stratos, what's going on? Good evening, Jay. Good evening, Storm Stratos. Awesome dude. Was there any Toy Stories from Scott stood out for today? It was a good watch. You know what? Anytime Scott comes on board, it's always a good time. It really is. It's a lot of fun. All the what's it called? Drama outside of what's happening today. Notwithstanding with Mattel and with everything else, Scott himself is always a wonderful guest to have on board. And my favorite story for today, if any, is definitely how he got involved with Wondar and the fact that Wondar is a project which he personally worked on, and he actually is the one who dug up all the information about Wondar, and there is proof. He actually did have proof on his channel, citing a lot of the things which he talked about. So, and in that at least, anyone who's questioning him on that, they can just look at the videos that he's put up for that particular one. So, that to me was a great anecdote and footnote. Mark, Jay, I spent $1,400 last month on Tetsujin Niju Hatsi. Holy crap, dude! That's dedication, dude. Tetsujin 28. Action toy diecast. I'm very happy with the purchase. Been waiting for this toy forever. Excellent, my friend. As long as you're happy, and as long as it makes you happy, then that's all that matters. Tetsujin Niju Hatsi. Absolutely. Storm Stratos. Canopy should have been included with the original release. I want figures for the tiers. Helps with the price. Absolutely. And again, we're definitely gonna touch on that very, very in the next segment for sure. Rolando Flores. Hello, Rolando. It's good to see you, my friend. Mark Binet. When you unboxed the Blitzway, was the price tag worth the product? Pros and cons. You know what? I actually mentioned all of that in my review. This is not mine. I think that's the one caveat that I have to explain. This is not mine. So on that level, do I think it's worth the price? I don't know yet because I haven't actually paid that price, and I will know that sooner rather than later. But in terms of the overall quality and the build and what I think of it, I really do think anyone will be very, very, very happy with this. And in terms of like its QC and all that stuff, there are only really a few things which I'm kind of like really critical about. One of them being when you raise his neck, the wires that. Okay, that's interesting. When you raise his neck, the wires that are actually on his neck, they're exposed and they don't have any shielding. At least it looks like that, and that worries me. That worries me that the more you manipulate the head left and right, up and down, that it always has a chance of snagging those wires and actually ripping them. And that probably to me is the only concern I have with the major concern that I have with Blitzway. Other than that, it is a quality product. The damn thing weighs a ton. Like seriously, I measured it the other day, and I should really hold these facts somewhere, on a screen or something like that. But it is a beautiful collector's piece. Seriously, I really don't think anyone's going to be disappointed. Toy Cartel. I'm disappointed with the Canopy tier. With backers almost reaching 1,200 by tonight or tomorrow morning, I'm hoping to see something good for tier 3, and that's exactly why I'm doing this stream, guys, because I do want to talk about momentum, and that's really where things kind of are in my opinion, help to stall a project completely. Anonymous Dude 123, Rolando, welcome. Yes, welcome, Rolando. Michael, the canopy should have just been included. It's $300, the equivalent of a bag of bones weak sauce. Yeah, we are definitely going to talk about it. I just want to get through everyone's comments. Michael, also watch out for these timed Haslabs. They set another deadline besides the final to meet a goal. This will be the norm to get Haslab funded, or the public doesn't care. Riva. Well, that's an interesting point, and I guess we should definitely talk about that one. Paul Azaris, Paul, upgrades. This is Haslab. This is a Haslab as it should already be as good as it gets. Bring on the figures. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and in a lot of ways, I totally agree. King Panther, Mr. J, you're amazing, and I'm happy to be a part of your channel community. Oh, thank you, my friend. What an overload of figs. Mondu Motu, One Dark Holdar, His Tank 2022 is killing it, right, Jay? Yeah, it's killing my wallet, is what it is. King Panther, 100%. Thank you so much. I don't know. Let's do 1, 2, 3. What's your favorite way? What's your fave way to enjoy? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna hit myself because my head's. I'm gonna pretend to hit myself. What is your fave way to enough Canada a day? But I think I got this. What's your favorite way to enjoy Canada Day? A barbecue, a cold drink, fireworks, or toys? All the above. How's that? Everything you just said wrapped into one big bow, because we had barbecue today. I had a bunch of cold drinks. There are fireworks going off right now, and I'm surrounded by toys. So there you go. Thank you so much, Anonymous Dude. You're awesome. I got you. Oh, Neil Celestia. Hey, what's going on, Neil Celestia? Good to see you, my friend. You and I got to meet up. I got a package for you. I got to get that together so I can hand it off to you. Pop, I miss you. Pop back to Rick. An honest dude 1, 2, 3. I eat beaver tail for Canada Day. Yes, what a tasty treat. That's something we should have more of those here in Ontario. An honest dude. I meant Toronto, not Ontario, because it's in Ontario. Anyway, that's a confusing little thing. An honest dude 1, 2, 3. Pop actor. Oh, Canada. Dave Yarbird. Yay, Dave, what's going on? Unlocks have been underwhelming so far. Hoping they bring their A game for tier 3 and tier 4. I'm hoping so too. They should have brought it for tier 1 and 2, in my opinion. Michael, tier 3 stickers. Oh my god, please no. Please no. That oh my god, just crazy. Let's start one. Hello, Jay and Shadow. Easy there, brother. I think your finger slipped. That one kind of got me. Chat room, yes, absolutely. Good to see you, brother. Kevin McCauley, hello, and happy Canada Day. Yes, thank you, Kevin. Really appreciate it. I'm trying, girl. I am trying my best, and you know what, we're gonna have to make it happen. We're gonna have to connect, definitely very soon. Before the 2 weeks is up, 100%. All right, guys. So let's just get to it. My head's killing me, and I really want to get this going. Bloodsport. I'm excited for the Haslab H.I.S, meaning we're gonna get a classified Skyhawk. I sure hope so. That would be cool, but God knows how much it's gonna cost. Kevin Masters, howdy, Kevin Masters. Good to see you, my friend. Palpatine, how's it going, my friend? It's much better now that you're doing here, my lord. Good to see you, Palpatine. Oh my gosh, Jason, Jason, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Oh my gosh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Netch. I apologize, my friend. I don't know how to say your last name or your handle. Showing my support. Thank you so much, Jason. I really appreciate it. You are amazing. It's not necessary, but every little bit counts. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Pop actor. As an Italian, I'm proud to say that it was an Italian who discovered Canada. There you go. There you go. Absolutely. Was it Columbus? I'm not 100% sure. Who Pop actor Rick? Who was it that discovered Canada? My head's spinning and I don't really remember. Bloodsport Jay, what vehicles do you want to see in classified? Honestly, I want to see more affordable vehicles. I'm not gonna lie about that. I really do want to see. I want to see trouble bubbles. I want to see I want to see a Rattler. I would love to see a Rattler. I think it's a little bit big, for the scale, but I think they can just make it. I would love to see a Sky Striker. I would love to see, I would love to see a Havoc, but that's nearly impossible now. Honestly, it's just really impossible. I would love to see so many different. I would love to see a Snowcat. I would love to see. Oh God, I'd love to see them all. I would love to see every single one of them. Seriously, honestly, even the Cobra gliders. I would love to see those too. Gwildor, don't tell my wife, but I backed the H.I.S. tank. Damn you, Hasbro. Yes, absolutely. Gwildor, you're right there. We feel your pain. Action J, how's it going? What do you think of the tier 3 and 4? We're gonna get to that. We're definitely gonna get to that. Pop actor John Cabot. John Cabot. That is the who found. He's the one who found Canada. Excellent. I'm gonna have to remember that. That doesn't sound particularly Italian, though. I don't know. Obviously, you know more than I do. John Cabot, very well. Thanks to John Cabot, 100%. Kevin Masters, I heard that there are new He-Man figures releasing. Eh? Is that a Canadian joke? What is that? I guess there are always new figures coming. I just don't know when, and when are they actually going to show up? That's the real problem. Recoverell, hey Recoverell, what's going on? Hey Jay, happy Canada Day. Disappointed that Super 7 Thunder Attack is delayed until November, but kind of expected. Honestly, I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I'm excited because I don't have to lose that money until it actually happens. So yeah, I'm kind of okay with it. Anonymous dude 123. Jay is a gentleman. He will read comments until he turns blue. Thank you, Jay. Looking forward to your main topic. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I really appreciate that. Palpatine 1975. Sorry if this was asked. Did you back the fantastic H.I.S.S? I am waiting till the full 45 days because I need to find out what other tiers they're going to release. And I tell you, the momentum is slowed down considerably compared to where it was. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to try and read as many of these as I can, and then we're going to have to get started. Torque Cartel, what is your take on the the 3D printed vehicles, Jay? Honestly, I think you're spending, even though people believe that they can print out a H.I.S. tank themselves, it really is not that much savings. You're probably going to end up with a $200 toy, and the actual material that you're using, the filament, or the material that they use for the I guess they look like liquid based materials. They will cost you a mint. So honestly, you're at the end of the day, you're going to end up spending almost $200 for it. And that's not that far removed from a $300 figure, and you get additional figures on top of that. And you're only really going to be able to print the H.I.S. tank itself for that. Dave Yarbird, John Cabot discovered Canada. There you go. And I don't know enough about John Cabot, but apparently he's Italian. So excellent. That's awesome. Bloodsport 1. Classified Fang, a Rattler will be awesome. Condor, Shadowcat, and one of my favorite vehicles. Excellent. I would definitely love to see any of those. Classified Yojo OC. Classified Triple T with Sergeant Slaughter. That would be nice. Yes, that would be nice. Again, I would like to see all of these. Kevin Masters. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? French explorers Pierre Desmond and Samuel de Chaplin. Okay, there seems to be some. Were they all discovered? Did they all discover Canada? That's interesting. Or did one of them discover Quebec and then the other one discovered Western Canada? That I guess that's probably what where that comes from as well. Dave Yarbird. Yes, he was Italian. His name was anglicized. Okay, that makes more sense. So what is his original Italian name? Palpatine 1975. I had to back it. I'm sorry. It was just too sick. Don't be sorry. That's exactly what this is for. Yo Josie, tier 2 was meh. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to that. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Go faster now. Jay, since you've been to the Shadow Cat, do you remember the commercial for it? At the time, it was mind blowing. Yes, I do remember it. It looked amazing. If I have time, I'll look it up. Anthony as a kid, I would love to see the GI Joes from Family Guy as an action figure. GI Jose. That's funny. Pop to Rick. Giovanni Caboto. Okay, there you go. See that actually seems that for sure. I would definitely understand that one. Nolan, the Shadowcat and the Rattler definitely it would definitely be into, even if it was the high as $500. There in and of itself is a problem that I think we need to hopefully fix. Um, my head's killing me. Dave, pop back to Rick. Dave Yarber, do you know history like me? You guys are having your own conversation. Kevin, I want to visit Canada later today. Can we hook up for Danette? We can go hunting together, Kevin, if you want. Like seriously, we can spend a day hunting. Bloodsport 1. I want the H.I.S, but I'll wait till August. Me too. That's exactly my point. Swoop Waffle. Hey, what's going on, Swoop? Less than 20 supporters until tier 2 is unlocked. Wow, we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. I just don't have it in me to do a countdown right now. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know, but I'm not going to be nearly as enthusiastic as I normally am. Zoran the Barbarian. Hi, I canceled my H.I.S tag upset with the first tiers. You know what? That can happen. And that's actually what I want to caution. All right, I'm definitely going to have to get into it. We're almost there. Yojo C, tier 3 is maybe Blast Effect. See, I said that the other day, and that's what's scaring me. Zoran, tier 1 and 2 should have been all one tier. They should have actually been included in the beginning, if you ask me. Bullwinkle. Hey, Jay and Jack, good to see you, brother. Bloodsport 1, G.I. Joe, a real American hero. Yeah, absolutely. Hero. Hank a 0592. Can't back it. There's no option. There's no option for me to buy from the Netherlands. Oh my gosh, the Netherlands. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Good game, Hasbro. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the stream, Hank. Good to see you, Kevin. Have you played the new TMNT game, Shredder's Revenge? It's amazing. Best TMNT game in my opinion. I have played it. We finished it the first night. It was awesome, but there are so many unlockables. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Pop Actor Jay, what are Canadian toys made? What are Canadian toys made by Canadians? My head is really hurting. I don't think I can even go through that right now. I'm sorry, Pop Actor. Ask me another time because that's something my head just can't. I can't do that right now. Bloodsport 1. Jay, last Saturday I seen G.I. Joe, the 1987 movie in theaters. Excellent, dude. You know that's the first time it's ever been in theaters, believe it or not. Bring back so much more memories. Oh, that's great. Bloodsport 1. It was the 30th anniversary. Absolutely. Palpatine. The success of the H.I.S tank paves ways for much larger vehicles in future Haslabs. 6-inch Snowcat or Cobra Wolf would be great. Absolutely. Yojo C. Tier 4 is one dar. Oh, too soon, brother. Too soon. Zoran. Off topic. Where did you get the Flying Fist He-Man? This was from Heroes World. I did a whole video on it. You guys can check that out. Definitely have a look over at MJR Collector. Kevin Masters. What toy hunts have you been done lately? Definitely go to head over to if you guys want to see most of my toy hunts, if not all of them now. Definitely head over to MGR Collector, my second channel. Follow me there, guys, because honestly, I'm doing a lot more. I'm doing all my toy hunts there now. Collector 1970. I just seen the old G.I. Joe movie in theaters too, dude. That's incredible. The first time ever it's been in theaters. Pop Actor. It's okay, Jay. I will ask you the next Canada Day. Thanks, brother. Yo, Josie, I saw the G.I. Joe movie. It was OC to me and 2 other people. That's awesome. All right, guys, let's get started with this. Thank you guys again for all the wonderful comments. So yeah, guys, this is what's really kind of bugging me tonight, and I'm trying to try and get through this because my head really is killing me. But what happened with here was truly monumental. It was absolutely incredible how quickly this project funded, and how the fans reacted overall. As some of you might know, I did a live stream a day prior to this because of the leaks, because of the all the things that were happening with the project itself, and I was concerned. I was concerned at the $300 price tag. I was concerned that It would only come with one driver. I was concerned with multiple aspects of this campaign because there was just so much uncertainty. The 299 price tag leak, everything about it was so shrouded in mystery. It was crazy. Even though we knew that this project was coming. So having said all that, uh, after the final announcement was actually made, the early bird offering, and I'm going to call it an offering because uh, it it's in a lot of people in a lot of people's opinion, it was definitely one of those FOMO situations because if we scroll down to the actual the actual offer, early bird special offering Cobra His Tactician action figures inspired by Ron Rourette's designs. This was a call to action for fans, which some will really appreciate and some will basically say, "What the f?" Um, because what in a lot of people's opinions, this was putting a gun to fans' heads, saying if you don't back this early enough, you are not getting that second driver, right? That was a big thing, and then to incentivize you and inbox collectors and collectors who are completionists, they even said it in the stream. In the stream, Emily even said it, stating specifically the fact that each of these figures are going to be part of the numbered set. That is as for inbox collectors, that's kind of like scratching your head moment. It's like why? You know, if this Haslab doesn't fund, does that mean we're going to have a huge gap in the collection? What's going on here? Or are these guys planned to be in the collection anyway? How does this work? Why are you doing it this way, right? Not to mention that there were only 8 days, seven days to get the tactician, right? And then what really pushed it over the edge, and what really drove the FOMO in this, in my opinion, is the confusing language that they used, to explain how many people are going to get this this figure, because throughout the whole stream, the number one question that continued to come up and continued to be asked every single time was, if we don't fund this by July 6th, does that mean we miss out on the his tactician? And I had to go back to this exact paragraph multiple times to find the verbiage to alleviate most people's fears, which was right here. Um, if funds reach 8,000 backers within the first week of launch before midnight on Wednesday, July 6th, everyone, and this is what's important. It says here, everyone who backs the Hislab project through the end of the campaign, meaning the whole campaign, right? So everyone who puts down, the 299 plus shipping for the his tag, even all the way up till the end, to the last hour, will receive, right? Will receive an exclusive Cobra His Tag Technician figure with deco inspired by the designs of legendary G.I. Joe designer Ron Roudette. So anyone who has been scared, or or FOMO is really kicking in, that if you do not back this by Wednesday, July 6th, that you will not get the character. No, that's not true. You can wait the full 45 days and still get it, because that was why this was so confusing, and that is why so many people were concerned. So many people were wondering, what the hell? Like, am I going to miss out if I don't back this by July 6th? But I believe, in my opinion, that that's actually what drove this campaign to get funded so quickly. This is the fastest funded HasLab in history. The Sentinel, which was I think the record holder prior to this, funded in 2 days. This funded in less than 9 hours, 8 hours and 40 minutes to be exact, 41 minutes to be exact. This was absolutely bonkers in terms of how this campaign was handled on that level. But confusing wording aside, then came then came the promise of additional tiers, right? Additional stretch goals, um, you know. Um, but a lot of people have always stated it shouldn't be about the stretch goals. It should be about the product. And I have to be clear about this too. I think finally, after seeing the product itself, I do actually believe that the product uh, is is definitely worth investing. All right, in this Haslab project. I believe that this is definitely one of those projects which does deserve a chance, just solely based on the product itself. I think we can definitively say that this is definitely one of the most exciting Haslab projects, based on what you get now but only in so much that we actually got the two drivers, in my opinion. Um, but after that, everything else really fell into place. The lights, the projection insignia, the opening canopy, the gull-wing canopy, the opening canopy, all the wonderful sculpting details, everything about this particular project. The tank itself. The driver himself is actually really, really cool. The secondary driver is going to be even better because we get to help choose the deco. These are incentives that we really need and really want. The cockpit, the light up features, everything about this is really, really exciting. The expandability, all that great stuff, which is really what people wanted and finally got. The price point itself, it's a plus and minus, right? There are a lot of people who are kind of like, this thing's way too expensive, I'm not backing it. But then there are people who are like, well, look at the Super 7. It's almost $600, versus look at NECA, which is 250, which is only $50 removed. So there were two sides. It was polarizing for any number of reasons. It was absolutely polarizing for multiple people. So but it's obvious that enough people, like a huge wave of GI Joe fans, did not want to miss out on this for any number of reasons. Stemming from the fact that they thought the price was actually within reach of other vehicles in the same scale, or in a lot of ways, people were just like, well, if I don't buy this at $300, then when it gets to the secondary market, it's going to be $600. That is a major concern as well for multiple people. Now, to get to the elephant in the room, this is where things sort of kind of get messy, a little bit messy. So the very first day, we not only hit the fastest funding Haslab project in history. We not only hit that milestone, but shortly thereafter, around I believe it was 2 a.m. in the morning, or was it 1 a.m. in the morning? Anyway, one of those sometime in the wee hours of the next day, the first tier requirement was unlocked. The very first tier was actually unlocked in the very first day. The first 24 hours. It didn't make the 12-hour mark, but it did make not even 24 hours. I believe it did make it under the 12-hour mark, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, but anyway, I believe under the 12-hour mark, it actually made the first stretch goal, which was 10,000. 10,000 backers. So later that evening, later that morning, the Haslab team did finally post the first upgrade unlocked, which was the Cobra H.I.S. tank classified upgrade number 1, 2 removable side mounted missile racks. And you know what? I sort of mentioned in my video that why would Lenny have pointed out the mounting port if it wasn't for something? And I sort of made a prediction that one of the Haslabs, one of the stretch goals, was definitely going to be an accessory mount. And just like clockwork, it actually did end up being exactly that. Now we look at these, right? We look at these missiles, and truthfully, they don't look that bad. But is it just me, or do they look like a bunch of Nerf missiles? Like, honestly, they look. No, I can't not say this. They look kind of cheap. They look kind of cheap to me. I just cannot help but liken these to Nerf missiles. It's just baked into my brain. Whenever I see that little tip at the front, that little colored tip at the front, I can only think that this is a freaking Nerf missile, and that's what's really bugging me about this tier. They may be very good, wonderfully sculpted, um, missiles, and you get two sets of them, which is great. That actually, I applaud them. I applaud them for giving up two sets of these. At least that makes it like, in terms of like, the 10,000 backer tier and value for money. At least they have, like, we have 12 missiles on 2 racks. That in itself to me is great value. I appreciate that. All right, but what really kills me, and I can't not say this, they look like freaking Nerf missiles, man. They look cheap. I'm sure that the mounting the mounting bracket and the missile launcher, I'm certain that they're wonderful. What's it called? Wonderfully sculpted. But at this level, when I see this configuration, I was actually expecting that the actual launcher itself would tilt, and this would actually stay in place. But it's obvious here that that's not what happens. You have to tilt. You actually. Oh, okay. Well, actually, that's interesting. I didn't notice that. So it looks like it actually extends and then you tilt it. So that's more interesting than just having it tilt. On the pivot point. So okay, fine. I'll go ahead and concede that. That's actually kind of cool. But what I can't get over is the look of these missiles. They just look like freaking Nerf missiles, man. It's just killing me inside to think that, right? I just feel like when I grab one of these things, I'm gonna be able to flex it, and so that it doesn't hurt, it doesn't poke me in the eye. You know what I mean? Like that kind of PSA kind of situation with these things. They just look like Nerf missiles to me. Um, you can agree with me or not. Like I'm totally up for people who disagree. I'm just saying that, to me personally, they look like Nerf missiles. So they're but, and I'll be perfectly honest with this. I wasn't angry at that. I actually don't mind this tier. This tier, it's not what I want, but it's not bad. There are at least 12 missiles, two mounting brackets, and 2 sets of missile launchers. That is actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That to me is decent. But the argument can be made. The argument can be made that the Sky Striker already came with a whole crap ton of missiles. The Sky Striker already came with a whole crap load of blast effects. Pardon me. It came with a refueling station. It came with a what's it called? An armament resupplier. It came with 2 pilots right off the hop, and a flight stand. Right? That's where a lot of us, myself included, was sort of coming from when we first decided that this project needed something extra. But then, upon reflection, I did say, as long as I get 2 pilots, I'm in. Right? That's what I said. As long as I get 2 pilots, I'm in. And thanks to FOMO, and thanks to some ambiguous type of language, confusing language, actually, I think a lot of people climbed on board. But this first tier, not that it was just enough to make me say, okay, that's kind of cool, right? But it doesn't excite me. It's one of those things where, like, oh, okay, that's neat, right? But immediately my own momentum in my head, it's like, man, it literally, the rush, right? The excitement just like was taken down a peg. And then, riding on this wave, right? Earlier yesterday morning, um, after sorry, that day, after this tier was unlocked, everyone was on bated breath to find out what the second tier was going to be, right? And that's where things kind of went off the rails, in a lot of ways, because I keep bringing that up, because then you know what, they just, yeah, they took their sweet time, announcing it, which I understand. I understand why you would take time doing that. But when they finally revealed the second tier, let me tell you something. I saw it with my own eyes. The How fast we got to the first tier, how fast we funded the project, how fast the first tier was actually achieved. The second tier crawled. What the heck? Come here. Sorry, guys, I just saw a fly. The second tier crawled to the finish line today, and it's still not technically there. Or did it just happen? Let's guys, since we're here, let's just do a quick refresh. Hold on. Again, I'm not I'm not right now there yet. All right, we're getting close, guys. It's 11,987 backers. Within the time of this stream, we might actually see tier 2 unlocked. But having said that, tier 2 is not that inspiring. Yeah, we were treated. I'm going to put it that way. We were treated to a new canopy, which is the clear canopy, which is the traditional H.I.S. tank canopy, and a pair of tank tread covers. A freaking pair of tank tread covers. This, and people have already mentioned this. This is the Haslab's equivalent. This is the G.I. Joe's the G.I. Joe classified equivalent of a bag of bones, okay, and a bag of rocks. This is the equivalent of that. Like, in my opinion, that's what this is. This is ridiculous. This is not a stretch goal. This is something that should have been included with the Haslab itself. Okay, this should have been included with the tank right off the hop, right? And this is disingenuous to the max. This is not what I would consider a stretch goal. This is Hasbro giving a token offering and calling it a stretch goal. Okay, and it killed the momentum. Okay, as quickly as tier 1 got backed, literally in a few hours after initial funding. This took nearly a day and almost I think a day and a half. I'm going to go ahead and on a limb and say that it still hasn't been achieved, but it's coming up to about a day and a half now. Actually, more like no, it's actually been longer than that. But yeah, it's still not funded, and that tells you a lot. That means the momentum for this project has just slowed, and I get it. They don't have to worry about that. I understand that completely. I totally get that they no longer have to worry about whether or not this project backs or doesn't. But this is how you kill. This is how you kill a project. This is how you kill a project. And if you're not careful, if you piss people off enough, they will retract their pledge. I think it was Zoran. Zoran basically said today in the stream in the chat today that he already retracted his pledge because he was so disgusted at what he saw as a pledge as a tier that he could not bring himself to back this Haslab anymore. That in and of itself is the crux of where we sit today. If Haslab is not very careful, don't. I'm just gonna come out and say, don't shit on the fans, man. Treat your fans the way you want to be treated. Don't give them petty offerings like freaking rank. Like let's just call a spade a spade. I mean, we go back to the Haslab. We go back to previous Haslabs, and everything. Like, so many successes. We have Galactus. We have Victory Saber. We have the G.I. Joe Sky Striker. Mwah, excellent. We have, but you know what? This had its ups and downs too. If it wasn't for the Hail Mary, pardon me, guys. If it wasn't for the Hail Mary that they did with the with the Coco and Cobra officers, this one would also be in the graveyard. Arguably, right? Literally, Cobra Commander came in and saved the day you know with his little rant there. If it wasn't for these guys here, the sticker pack, and the conversion pack and these carded figures here, this I don't think we'd be seeing the Skylab, the Sky Striker. Then you have the Proton pack, which is a raging success, mainly because of the price. The price on this is really what drove sales. I'm not even joking about that. Many of us were expecting $1,200. You know what I mean? Like that was actually a thing. And of course, you have the one that started it all, the sail barge, the Unicron, which actually did not fund. The Unicron needed a second round in order to actually get itself funded, but they were already all the way in, and we knew that. The Marvel Sentinel, which was the record holder up until this Haslab, and then you have the Razor Crest, Hero Quest, which I don't know much about, but this is the elephant in the room. This is the one where it started off with a bang, and every single time they brought in another tier, every single time they announced a tier, the momentum just died. It died on its feet. They announced the first tier, a Gamorrean Guard. People were like, okay, I'll buy it. That's a kind of cool. It comes with the coin. Collector's item. Yay. The moment they announced the freaking bones, that killed the momentum of this project and pretty much sealed the project's fate from then on. Because it only got worse from there, and they could not backtrack fast enough. It just did not happen. Right? They like the very next one, and they had to do this as quickly as possible. They announced, Salacious B Crumb, like just such a lot of people were saying that Hasbro was starting to lose touch with the fans. Like this is ridiculous. And then finally, the one tier that probably would have saved the whole thing was all the way at the end. A brand new, retooled, brand new, facial sculpt, brand new, sculpted, what's it called, Luke Skywalker with a collectible coin on a Power of the Force backing card, and you needed 19,000 backers to back it to unlock it. Oh my God, did that kill momentum faster than a good time, faster than a buzzkill. It literally grinded this project to a halt, and that's what I fear. I fear for that with this Haslab project. I fear that at the rate that they're going, at what they're doing with this project right now, I fear that it's already slowed down to a point where it's a slog to get this to the finish line, right? It's sorry, not the finish line. It's a slog to get the additional tiers when it seemed like a home run all the way through. I actually said when I saw how fast it was being backed, that we could see all 4 tiers unlocked in the next 4 days, right, within a week, right? As it is right now, momentum is still going, but now it's trickling. Now it's taking a lot longer to get to tier number 3, right? Let's take a quick refresh again. We were at 1197 backers about 10 minutes ago. If I hit refresh, yeah, there we are. 11,987 is still there. So the momentum is slowed. It hasn't slowed tremendously. Actually, no, that's not true. It has slowed tremendously, but it's not at a pace where we need to get scared yet. But depending on the next tier, depending on what happens on the next tier and then the final tier, we could be in for a long road. Maybe even the next 10 days or so before we can actually see the tier number 4, right? The thing about that, and one of the things about this current project as it is right now is, as it stands right now, the value is more or less there. $300 for 2 pilots and now a missile set and very, very soon an extra canopy and 2 covers, the value, in my opinion, is there now, right? Because think about that. For $250, you only get a turtle van from NECA, right? For $250, you got the Arsenal Assault. The Underground Assault. I don't know why I keep saying Arsenal. The Underground Assault, fourth party turtle van, which I have behind me, right? But nothing else. You don't get any blast effects. You don't get any additional armaments or weapons or anything like that. You just get the vehicle. So now that we have an extra, like two freaking figures on top of this H.I.S tag, you get missiles and covers and an additional canopy. That's not bad. That's not bad. But the initial momentum that you came in with the project when it first launched, it's starting to wean. Okay. And what you want to do in a campaign, in a crowdsourced project, is to keep the momentum going, keep the excitement going, keep the backers coming. Because even though, and this is what I think Hasbro has lost sight of, even though you you reach your 4th tier, if you ever get there, that doesn't mean that more people aren't going to want to buy this closer to the end. FOMO will kick in again. The fear of missing out right at the end of the campaign will kick in, and you'll get an extra 500 backers, an extra 1,000 backers, an extra 2,000 backers. That's what you have to sort of take as a truth, right? Take as human nature, right? And in a lot of ways, I think that you should, in my opinion, you should always start off with a bang. You should always give away a decent tier in the beginning, right? The tier 1 should be actually pretty damn good, and arguably you could say that the tactician is actually tier 1. You could technically say that the tactician was actually tier 1, and then tier 2 was their second offering, if you will, and then tier 3 is their whole home kind of thing, right? And then tier 4 is going to be a little bit better, right? You could sorry, tier 2 and then tier 3. But anyway, you could say that, but that's not the way they played it, right? They played it as early bird, right? And then that wording was so confusing, and then basically now we are where we are, and momentum is sort of like started to plateau, right? It was literally the graph was like this, like through the graph, up into the atmosphere, right? And then all of a sudden you announce your tier. It's not so bad, but then it starts to flatline, and now it's actually starting to dip to come down to earth again, right? This is not good. This is not good, right? And we won't find out. Even if it does actually fund today. Let's hit refresh right now. Okay, it went up. It went up by 2. We went from 11,987. We're now at 989. We are only 11 away from unlocking tier 2. And we are only 9 away from unlocking tier 2 and backing tier 2 and unlocking tier 3. So by tomorrow morning, I imagine that will happen. I don't know if we're gonna make it because again, my head's kind of killing me here, but we might see it within the stream. So that's actually good. That's actually going to be interesting. But this is where I think we have to look at history. We have to learn some lessons here. So if we go back to the Rancor, this layout here basically shows you why I forgot about that. Yeah, it was a bunch of bones and a backdrop. Okay, fine. I totally forgot about that. But anyway, this roadmap here was the main reason why the Rancor failed, right? One of the main reasons was the price tag, right? I think this was $400, right? It was $399, or was it $299? Somebody remind me. Was it $299 for the Rancor or $399 for the Rancor? Anyway, it was a price which a lot of people were like, "Ooh, that's kind of pricey," right? And then the tiers were supposed to reinforce that, right? So you got an extra figure, okay, not bad. Then you got a bunch of bones in a backdrop. That really killed momentum. And then people were hoping for a decent figure, Hut Slayer Leia or Ula, right? But no, it ended up being literally a token character, and they touted it as if it was the greatest thing since Return of since Jabba's palace. You know what I mean? Since the thing, and that was where That's where the momentum and just the excitement died. The excitement died right here, and because of that, nothing could save it. Nothing could save it. Even Luke Skywalker could not save this project, right? And that says a lot. That says a whole freaking lot. And now we're seeing the same pattern from Hasbro. In a lot of ways, we're seeing the exact same pattern. They've got a great product here, a great product, right? And the trick that they did, though, um, I'm not going to say sorry, not trick. The strategy that they played here was brilliant. They already included a figure, and then they offered you a second figure, but with a caveat to back it before July 6th, and that got people scared out of their minds. They backed it, they got there, and then everyone got excited, right? Because there's this excitement in the air. But then the first tier came out, which again wasn't so terrible, right? But again, some questions there. And now with the second tier being what it is, a lot of the momentum has died now. And and Hasbro again. I'm gonna make this a cautionary tale for everybody. Be careful. Be very careful with what you're doing, because people are still free to retract their bids. Right? Some have already. Right? I actually did see the numbers actually go down a little bit at one point. Right? Which was strange. It should not have happened. Right? And this is where we are at this point, and it's a cautionary tale, and something that like, just buyer beware at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, the fans have the power, and the fans have the ability to enact change, and that's exactly where we're at right now. And where is this going to go? Where is this going to lead us? So anyway, and then we are going to start talking about Riva and that project, because there is an example of not having any tiers, and exactly where that's going with. But anyway, I want to take some comments before moving on to that, because the chat's been going like crazy ever since I've been talking. All right, so let me see where we are. Okay, so yeah, like I said, Zoran the Barbarian has literally retracted his pledge, which is not surprising. A lot of people, some people have actually, a lot of people have been disillusioned by the tiers that have happened. And again, that's a cautionary tale for Hasbro. Collector 1970. My wife thinks your beard looks cool. Yeah, thank you. Wow, I'm surprised. You're not just saying that, right? That's honestly, dude, that's awesome. Cobweb says, "Hey Jay, missed ya. Live stream this morning, but I watched it later. You are such a respectful person. I try to be. I am Canadian after all. I do try." Jason, Joe fans are starving. Yeah, in a lot of ways they are, but at the same time, even a starving person can get upset at what they're being offered. Dave, I agree. I'm into OCD, and I missed out on the two figures. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. There seems to be a conversation going on in that, so I'm hoping you guys can circle back on that. Monkey Jeebus, hey guys, what's going on, Monkey Jeebus? Anthony, sorry, Anonymous Dude 123. There is new life in GI Joe fandom, and other toys and toy teams are taking notice. GI Joe, this is true. Everyone, like a lot of people, wrote GI Joe Classified off after it seemed like there started a peg war and things were happening. But I think it's obvious that there's just a fever for GI Joe, and it hasn't slowed down yet. Nova Regen. Hey Nova, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. Is this His-Tech Bluetooth enabled? Can we use a phone app to drive it around? Unfortunately, no, Nova. And I know where you're coming from with that, but no, it's not. It's not any of that. Monkey Jeebus, that H.I.S. is really detailed, but the tier rewards were jokes. It's starting to really start to feel like that. I'm sorry to say. Stroop Waffle, good to see you, my friend. I agree. The price of the grand scheme of things is fair, The Sentinel was $349.99. So was the Razor Crest, and that's about $50 less than those two. And some people are throwing a tantrum. Well, you know what? Putting my hands up too. At the end of the day, we are living in a time of a near recession, right? People, it's harder to put food on the table, and some people still want to be able to collect toys and be able to afford, to put food on the table for their families. So, there is that consideration that we have to take into account. Toy Cartel, interesting that you show 11,968, and the app shows 9,1185 for backers. I just haven't refreshed fast enough. Toy Cartel, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anonymous dude, I love Nerf. Mark Riddell, yes, it is. It is the red tips, 100%. Bull Winkum, Toy Cartel. What up, Bull? Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Yo, Josie, a tier 4 is a Nerf gun. Ooh, shots fired, man. Shots fired. Collector 1970. It has lights, dude. That's your extra. Yeah, I'm very excited about the lights. That much is true. Mark Riedel. Riedel. I'm sorry, Mark, if I'm not pronouncing that right. Is it Riedel or Riedel? I don't care about the missiles add-on. It's to be truthful, feels more like Sigma 6 matchups. That's interesting. To me, they just look like Nerf missiles, though. That's the only thing, just for me. TBK Poindexter Junior Esquire. Kumusta ka, Jay? Mabuti, pare. Good to see you, my friend. And just okay, Boocat. I think this second tier could have included a few more options, like say 2 to 3 sets of the side panels and different canopies. I think it would have been very, very cool to actually have multiple colors of canopies and multiple styles of side skirts with battle damage. Some with and without battle damage. I think that would have gone a long way to becoming a much more interesting tier. But they just kind of they copped out there. They really dialed it in. It was just crazy. Bullwinkle 80. The H.I.S. tier 2 as bad as the Rancor or cardboard is as bad as Rancor and cardboard bones. I think so. In my opinion, I really do think so. I think it's the equivalent. I really do. Palpatine, whatever, Zoran. If you don't like it, it's fine. Don't bash others for it. Zoran, yeah. Don't let's be cool to each other. Don't put people down for wanting to back this. It's their people's fandoms is their own. You should respect that. That's absolutely true. Dave Yarbird, tier 2 should have included blast effects. Yes. If it actually included the additional blast effects for the missiles, I think I would have been super happy about that. That would have been amazing. Boocat. Now, if tier 3 is disappointing as tier 2, then I'll probably slow down the heck of a lot more. Yes, it will literally kill. It will literally kill the momentum, and in a lot of ways, a lot of people will retract their bids. That actually their support. That actually does happen quite more often than a lot of people will want to admit. Okay, I'm not going to read that one. Sorry, guys, you're starting. I know what's happening there. Dave Yarbird, I think the Rancor effed up. Pushed the Sky Striker over the top. Yes, I think that's true. People switched their pledges from the Rancor to the Sky Striker. Once everyone canceled all the investors jumped. That is an interesting point. Tidarian Hanger. Hey, Mike, what's going on? I backed the Rancor at the last minute. FOMO. Yes, I was already all in on the Rancor. I really wanted it, and if it had backed, even by itself, I would have been happy. But the tiers just felt like continual bang 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 slaps to the face. In terms of the fandom, right? And that's the thing about that. You can't do that to the fans. You have to be able to keep the excitement level up. Mark Riedel, Cookie Monster is an amazing meme for Haslab failures. It really is a hallmark, and it is the shining example of what not to do. Realistically, no ula, no mula. Yes, this is absolutely what it is. Swoop Waffle, Mark Riedel, exactly. The Riva lightsaber is a sad example of a disconnect between a company and its customers. I would say 1/12 scale Bat Series ATST with driver would be exceptional. There's a good idea. Absolutely. Tidarium, the slowdown momentum proves that it's really not worth $300. But then again, is the Super 7 Thunder Tank worth $500? That really applies to that it really is apples to apples. So Tidarium, I understand where you're coming from 100%. We do also have to take into account that Hasbro is a multi-billion-dollar company, whereas Super 7 is a boutique brand, meaning that they just don't have the kind of money and the resources and the negotiating power that an entity like Hasbro has. So, when you have a made-to-order item like that, they are going to cover their asses first. They're going to cover their costs, and that is actually what's happening right now. They would rather cover their costs, and you know what? If it gets backed, it gets backed. If it doesn't, they don't make it. And that's actually what Brian Flynn said. Similar to what happened with Snake Mountain. If Snake Mountain was not, that thing was it's still a shining example of a huge play set, which cost a ton of money. Right? By the time Snake Mountain reached my door, it was $900 Canadian. Right? I'm crazy. Yeah, I am crazy, but that's the thing. My headache seems to have actually alleviated. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So the ThunderTech in itself is, you're right, it's apples to apples, but in a lot of ways, it's like a Macintosh versus a Red Delicious. You know what I mean? There are actual differences between the two, right? In some fashion, right? I mean, like that. It's what it is. Actually, it's more easy. It's actually probably better to say it's a Red Delicious versus a yellow something. I don't know what they're called. Yellow Sunshine, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know apples. Palpatine, ThunderTech is not worth $500. You know what? That's all in people's opinions. And for a collector like me, who's an absolute Thundercat nut, it is absolutely worth $500. But that's just me. Boocat, hey, we got 44 days left. I don't think they expected to get to this far so quickly. That's why they gave us a full week to reach the early bird goal. Absolutely, you are 100% correct, Boocat. You know what? On that note, let's go ahead and do a quick check. See if we've actually hit the third tier unlock. Not quite. It is literally trickling along right now. We got one extra backer. In time we've been talking 11,990 backers, only 10 backers away from reaching unlocking the third tier. Let's see where we get to that by the end of the stream. I'm not really expecting we're going to reach it, but who knows? You just never know. You just never know. Jason, everyone that was definitely going to get one has put in the order. Yes, 100%. This, if everyone who wanted one is definitely going to get one by 45 days, 100%. Anonymous dude, good topic. Jay, what are the 3 points that can be made? What are the 3 points that can make a Haslab succeed? Just realistically, a good product. That's the very first. A good product. That's the very first thing you need. You need a bang up product. You need to come prepared. Have a good first offering. And for what these guys offered at first, with just a H.I.S. tank and a driver, I was not going to back it. By none, I was not going to back it. I didn't care that it had lights. I didn't care that it was really well sculpted. It just was, the value was just not there. But the moment they added the early bird tier, I was the early bird offer. I was like, God damn, that's it. I'm in. I am in on the 2 figures and a tank, and that really did spark the imagination of so many different backers, and the momentum was just like carried through to 12 hours later when they unlocked the very first tier, like in record time. So there's number 2. You need good offer. You need good tiers. Right? You need the very first thing that you need is a base offering which excites people. The second thing you need is you need good tiers. And the third thing that you need is to continue to have the tiers which people are excited about. And in my opinion, the way it should work, the way a strat, like it might go against a convention or something like that. But you know what? I believe that you need to go with the Sonic the Hedgehog model. What am I talking about? Well, back in the day when the Genesis was competing against Nintendo, before the Super Nintendo came out, Sega wanted to get ahead of the market and really just take the market away from Nintendo. So the head of Sega at the time, Sega North America, they were selling Altered Beast with the system at the time, and it was an okay seller. But Tom Kalinske, I believe, if I'm correct, he basically came in and said, "Oh, you have a brand new game, a brand new mascot for us. You know what? Let's bundle that with the package so we can sell more systems." And Sega at the time was like, "You're crazy, right? We can make millions off of this freaking Sonic game. Why the hell are we bundling it with the system?" And he says, "If you bundle it with the system, the system will sell out, and then they will need to buy games to play on the system. So that's the strategy going in. So my assertion is, for these types of things, is you need to offer a gem. You need to offer something which people cannot be without, right? So you know what? Offer this amazing product, the Haslab H.I.S. tank, and put in 2 pilots, right? Put in 2 pilots. People get super excited. They get an extra pilot for free. Awesome. But don't stop there. On your first tier, put in something absolutely incredible, right? Because then the momentum continues to go. And what happens is the third tier, the fourth, the second tier, the third tier, and the fourth tier progressively make them less attractive. Because every single time you make them less attractive along the way, people are actually okay with that because the value for money is there. You got 2 pilots already. Then you get, I don't know, you get an entire weapons pack. Not only do you get a missile set, but you get the two panels, the 2 side panels, and an extra canopy. Holy crap, that's actually pretty exciting. And then the next one, which is a little less exciting, you get a host of blast effects. Yeah, that's not bad. That's actually kind of cool. Now I actually have something to show the missiles firing off. I have, something to put inside the two cannons at the top of his tank. I have blast effects which can, blow up on the side of the ports that are all over the his tank, which don't exist. But anyway, there's that. And then the final tier, then you can take a risk. Then you can actually have something which is really, really lackluster, which kind of like, is an end of the road kind of tier. You can make it a journal. You can make it a fact book, right? Of the you can make a blueprint. You can make blueprints. You can make blueprints of the H.I.S. tank, because by that time you've already gotten to the finish line, well beyond the finish line, and you've already incentivized everybody so much to get that last tier. The last few stragglers at the end, as I said, fear of missing out. They're not going to want to miss out on this amazing value for this vehicle that they're going to go ahead and back it at the end of the project anyway. So you haven't lost anything. Those are my 3 points, right? Those are my absolute 3 points. A, you have a really good product to start off with, right? Really good incentive off the bat. Make sure that it seems like value for money, right? So a H.I.S. tank with 2 pilots, that really just sparked the imagination for everybody. So they solved they had a formula going in, and they got it. That was number 1. Number 2, they sort of got it, but it was not exciting enough. Make exciting tiers, right? So the first tier that they made was kind of cool. It wasn't nearly as exciting as it should be, but it was enough to say people, okay, not bad. Let's see what the next one is, right? But they went in reverse, right? They need to actually have really good tiers at the beginning, and then slowly get the minor tiers at the end. That's the way I would do it, because you don't want to fish everybody, and that's what happened with the Rancor. They put the crap tiers at the beginning, a decent figure at the beginning, just to give people something, but everyone already had a Gamorrean guard for the most part. Then you offer them a backdrop and a bunch of bones. People were pissed. Then after that, you followed up with Salacious Crumb, which was just a slap in the face. And then at the end of the freaking at the end of 2 football fields and a parking lot, right, in the tailgate section, that's where you put Luke Skywalker, the one figure that everyone probably really wants because it's a brand new Luke Skywalker on a freaking Power of the Force card, and new tooling, new facial sculpt. And said, you need to give us 19,000 backers before we'll even give this to you. Talk about a way to kill momentum really, really fast. That's actually where I stand with that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Zoran says, Tier 3 better be a Techno Viper. Ooh, that would be cool. Collector 1970. The Haslab projects are not supposed to be based on the tiers. They're supposed to be based on the extra. They're supposed to be just extra goodies. That's it. So don't just. So I just don't understand the hate for the tiers. You're lucky to have them. I know. And collector, I said that. I said, in my whole dissertation here, if you will, my whole explanation, right? My formula for success. As long as you start off with a really great product, which this was pretty good, but then they added the second the second pilot. It took it over the edge, right? And after that, the tiers just are supposed to push the momentum, to continue the excitement, and they're losing that excitement right now. So we're actually saying the same thing in a lot of ways. Almost 500 Canadian. Nah, better be amazing tiers. This is true. This is absolutely true. Boocat says 11 more. Yeah, okay, let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look on that. Let's see how many we have left. All right, so we had 11,990. Yeah, it's still there. We're still at 11,990. So hasn't really moved much, but it's going to trickle along. We'll see where it is by the end of the we will see where it is by the end of the night. All right, sorry, the chat has literally just exploded, so I'm just gonna see anybody who I haven't highlighted yet. Yojo C, 44 days or 4K more, or 44 days, 4K more for 3 tiers, and 4 will definitely make it. Yes, we're 100% going to make that last tier, but the momentum, the excitement, it's all died down, right? It really has, and it sure is lucky for the Haslab team that they actually got it in the first day, because that's never happened. But it really is to the excitement of the fans when they first heard about this Haslab, that they really wanted to back it, and there you go, right? The price is okay. It's not too big. It's not too high. It's not too low. But at the same time, what they offered with the tank was really important. The tank itself, 2 tank drivers, and I was in. A lot of people were in. Actually, Jay, I would love to see an ASP and another figure. They say I'm dreamer. They say I'm a dreamer, but you're not the only one. But there are tiers. But the tiers are just bonuses. No, I get that, Action Jay. I get that. But seeing another figure here, if they follow suit with everything they've been doing lately, it'll be right at the end. It'll be right at the end. God War 2004. Yeah, just gotta shrug it. You gotta shrug it a lot of ways. Willie Bowman, hey Willie, what's going on? Honestly, I believed it was going to beat Galactus in total sales. Now I'm not sure if it surpasses the Sentinel. We will see how it goes. We will definitely see. The momentum really has slowed down quite a bit. Mind you, there are 45 days left. I mean, anything can happen. But I will say that, as I said, having excitement for a product really does do a lot. Like, it really does. And when you think about the tiers that Marvel gave us, oh my God, 1 figure, 2 figures, 3 figures. What else came with the Sentinel? 1 damaged head, one damaged head, a damaged hand. Master Mold's head, Tri Sentinel's head. Tiers that everybody wants, everybody needs to have. They were knocking it out of the park, just giving it to everybody. Wow, that was just crazy. And you know what? A brand which they don't own, right? They do not own Marvel, right? And they own this one, and they can't give us the same thing. Interesting, just interesting. Palpatine. This will probably hit 16K. After 16K, I'm not sure, unless their last 2 tiers are incredible. Will not go beyond 16K. You say that, but as I said, FOMO kicks in right at closer to the 2-week mark, and people just rush in to try and pick it up. Let's be honest, scalpers come and pick it up. Resellers start picking it up. And people who are just who are just hearing it about it around that time, they will definitely go in on it too, for the price point and the value for all the tiers, the additional pilots and everything that's included. People will back it at the end. So you could see potentially up to 20K at the end. Tidarium. Rancor 350, but should have been 250. Yeah, Mike, you've been saying that all along, and I think everybody is definitely on your tier there as well. I think everybody agrees with you 100%. Jake Holmes, pardon me, like Jay mentioned, for 2 figures and a tank that has bells and whistles, this is a value buy. Yes, it is, and now it really is. Everyone can rest easy and believe that this is pretty good. Renegade Biker. Hey, what's going on, brother? Jay, I was seeing on Viper Island's channel that he was saying that one of the tiers past tier 2 is going to be an ASP and a battle armor Cobra Commander. You know what? I really hope so. I'm not 100% sure if where Viper's getting that information, but I sure as hell hope so. They have a tow hitch. They have a tow hitch at the back of this thing, and that would be great for an ASP, right? You could tow it along and then basically deploy it afterwards. That would be beautiful, right? And a battle armor CC, Coco, a battle armor Coco. Whoa! But I can't see it. I just can't. I don't think they'll do a newly tooled figure for this release. I can't see it. I envision myself either another driver of some sort, a Cobra officer, or maybe a Cobra Viper or Ninja. I cannot see. I seriously cannot see a brand new battle armor Coco. I can't. You can sell that Coco. You can have a Haslab on him alone, right? Honestly, he's going to be a figure that I want to sell. I can't see. I don't know if that was a discussion or something like that, Renegade Biker, but I can't see it. The ASP is maybe a possibility, which again I still can't see that either, because that is definitely something that you can sell. Hasbro is definitely going to want to sell that. I don't think they're going to throw it in as a bonus. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's more realistic that we're going to get blast effects, maybe a refueling station, that you tow along, probably even just a scaled up version of what they gave away for what they included with the Sky Striker. Maybe an additional missile launcher with treads. The one that they have in the show. The one that's anyway, the one that's in the back of that vehicle they just released for the retro the retro figures. And then at the end I can see another figure, but I think it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be probably one of the army builders. It's probably going to be like I said, a Cobra officer, maybe a Cobra infantry trooper, maybe a ninja, maybe something along those lines. But I cannot see it being a new Coco. I just can't see that. Bukat, yeah, that thing was overpriced and the tiers were disappointing. Gamorrean Guard was still at retail in some areas. Yes, as a matter of fact, it was actually under retail in some areas, if you were lucky enough. Mark, Crumb has nothing to do with the Rancor in logical. Yeah, I mean, he was upstairs, but he wasn't downstairs. Ula made more logical sense. Absolutely. Ula made way more sense than Salacious Crumb. Salacious B Crumb. We have to remember that. Palpatine. As bad as how bad the Rancor campaign was, it was almost funded. Had Hasbro included the Rancor Keeper with the Rancor as a base offering. As how the H.I.S. tank comes with the driver, it's a no-brainer. Yes, if Malakili was announced much earlier on, I think it would have saved at least the Rancor Keeper and the Rancor. I think that alone would have probably got funded. I'm not sure about the Gamorrean Guard. I don't think they would have actually reached that. It's just there was just so much going against it. It was crazy. Bearded Toy Guy. Hey, what's going on, Bearded Toy Guy? The next 2 tiers need to be another figure, an ASP, or something else cool to tow behind the H.I.S. Yes, I sort of mentioned that just now. I guess you were reading my thoughts. Yeah, Zoran is saying he retracted his bid. Not yet, Zoran. I'm holding out hope too. I'm holding out for hope, for some blind hope. Jay Combs, nice point. These tiers should have been better. Yes, I definitely share that sentiment for sure. Anybody else who I haven't seen yet? Chris Ellis. Instead of missile pods, I think the gun turret pods that hold figures would have been cool. Yes, there are multiple things they could have done, but they chose the missiles. Kevin Masters. Good to see you, brother. Maybe Hasbro is testing the waters to see how fans will react. Yes, they are, at the expense of momentum and possibly even retractions of pledges, which is not good. Bukat, they could have had a variety of side-mounted weapons for that first tier, maybe not just the missiles. Yes, I agree as well. Maybe a variety. Willie Bowen, they're not just losing 44,000 backers, maybe they're not losing 4,000 backers, maybe 2,000 most. I'm not trying to say that that everyone's going to abandon the project. I'm just saying that you have the possibility of doing so if you continue on this tier of mediocre offerings. And I understand what people are saying. It's not supposed to be about the stretch goals. It's supposed to be about the product itself. But I'm going to say along with that, it doesn't hurt, and it doesn't do you any favors in terms of like really trying to push to get to those stretch goals, right? Because really, you're not doing yourself a favor by not including something really, really cool. I think I already read that one, didn't I? Anyway, Action J. I think one of the tiers will be a toe behind Lenny. Will be a toe behind Lenny hinted at and showed off a toe hook. Yes, I remember seeing. I even mentioned it multiple times. That would be awesome. I think so. Armando, hey, what's going on, Armando? Good to see you, my friend. Collector 1970. We're so spoiled these days that I don't think anything can make us happy today. I'd like to put you all in a time machine and put you back in a time to play with the crap that we had to play with. Yeah, easy there, Collector 1970. You don't have to go that far. I mean, I'm not that far removed from you as it is. But honestly, value for money is something that everyone wants to, especially in today's climate. I think value for money is something everyone is concerned with, right? I think we can agree on that at the very least. Renegade, I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Warm thoughts to you, and I really hope that you'll get back on your feet. So to speak. As soon as possible. Kevin Masters, many people are staving around the. Sorry. Many people are starving around the world due to COVID-19. I'm surprised people are still buying toys and the manufacturers are still making money. I hear you, Kevin. It's a first world problem. Nobody's denying that. But at the same time, this is something that gives us joy. This is something that relieves stress, and this is something where we all are here for the love of toys, and that's exactly what this is about, right? It is a first world problem. I get it, but at the same time, value for money is becoming a big concern, right? Because it's hard enough to put food on the table these days and put gas in your tank, and to ask us to actually shell out additional monies which we don't have. That needs to be earned, and I think that's really where a lot of people are looking at their concerns for this. King Panther, Jay, what tiers do you want to be added that would make this a slam dunk purchase? I'm curious to know. I got my popcorn ready to hear your thoughts. I don't think there is. I really don't think that there really is anything as such as a slam dunk set. Although I will say that the Marvel offerings have been absolutely excellent. In terms of what they've offered. With Galactus, you had a whole bunch of heralds which were offered as tiers. They didn't quite make it for the last herald, but or did they? I can't remember anymore. Somebody remind me. The Sentinel had incredible tiers, right? Additional heads, really heads you wanted. You know what I mean? Multiple figures. Those are slam dunks in my opinion. Those were home runs. For this one though, it's hard to say. I think that they started really well with the tank driver, the H.I.S. tank driver, the offer of a second driver, a tactician. I would have really liked it if they had bundled the first and second tiers together. I think that would have been cool. Missiles and tank covers and the canopy, and then as I said. Then make it sliding down. The second tier could have been missile could have been blast effects. Which is kind of cool, but not exactly where you want to be. People are still excited at that point. The third tier could have been, a little bit less of a token offering. It could have been, what's it called? It could have been anything really. It could have been, actually, what is it? What is? Oh, a weapons pack. For the rack at the back of the H.I.S. tank, right? And at that point, you're kind of like, okay, we're almost at the end. And then the very last thing, as I said, would be a what's it called? A blueprint set. If Hasbro's looking for budgetary concerns. Now, a home run for this thing would have been another figure on tier 1, and then the weapons pack, and then the blast effects, and you're good. You know what I mean? That would have been a home run. But that's not the way they went, and yeah, we'll see where we end up with the last couple of tiers. It's pretty crazy right now. Uh, Naxos, what's going on, my friend? So I really hope Tier 4 is a trailer since they teased that. Yes, I'm hoping so too. But my guess is Tier 3 is something to connect to the holes in the side of the top of the turret and blast effects as Tier 4. I'm inclined to agree, Naxos. I think that it probably is going to be blast effects and maybe even a weapons pack. I think that's probably what Tier 3 is going to be. Vader Aid. These Haslabs don't happen often. $2.99 for this is fair. At this point, the tiers are extra, but hopefully Hasbro listening, because I'd hate for this project to get Cookie Monster. Yes, I don't think it's in any real danger to be Cookie Monster. I think we're beyond that now. I don't think that there are enough people who would pull out at this point to make that much of an effect. But I think that momentum has totally slowed down. And if the next tier is more of the same, it's going to slow down even more. So the possibility of not getting Tier 4 might actually come into play. However, I think that we are, with the 45 days left, I think as slow as it's going to be, we are eventually going to hit Tier 4. But it's going to be a bunch of lessons to be learned, because they could have, if this ends up being something where they could have actually had 20,000 sales, maybe even 30,000 sales, it might be something for them to reconsider, honestly. ALJS. Look at that Cobra Commander speech and ask yourself if they respect the collectors. Then look at the Destro Journal on his Haslab page. I saw them, and I think you mentioned this earlier on some of the comments at ALJS. I don't think it was as harsh as you made it out to be, but I do see where you're coming from. They do use language where it indicates that they need people to back this thing, and they sort of imply that it's a bunch of masses, and you're short of saying that we're stupid. They sort of did. The tongue-in-cheek way of they doing it. I see where you're coming from, but I think that's all in good fun. I don't think it was actually meant in any real malicious way. I really don't think so. Rotax Hippie, a $20 figure swayed you? Yes, actually. In here in Canada, that's a $45 figure. So yes, it absolutely did sway me. Because again, with one tank driver, I'm kind of on the fence. With two tank drivers, I am all in. And the reason being is because I know that the tiers are bonuses, and they actually are going to be enough for me to want this based on that. So the answer for Rotax Hippie is yes. A $20 figure, $45 here in Canada. Yes, that swayed me. That swayed me to no end. Collector 97. My wife, seriously, she really does like your beer. I'm not trying to do anything, okay, my Collector 1970. But thank your wife. She's awesome. She is absolutely awesome. Maybe that's something you got. Maybe I don't know. Are you considering doing something with yours? I don't know. Maybe some ideas, I guess. Magnum Rex. Good to see you, my friend. Awesome Conan. I love that avatar. The missile rack wasn't bad, but the clear cockpit is lame for an unlock. I can't imagine them doing an ASP, but maybe an MMS system. Ooh, yes. I think that's what I had in my head. An MMS system would be awesome. Mark D. I like the tier 1 missiles, although I wish that they were more pointed. I actually sort of agree. That's why I think in my head that's actually why they look like Nerf missiles. They right there. They look like Nerf darts. Yes, I agree. They shouldn't be too worried about safety. No one is spending $300 for small children. Yes, I totally agree. ALJS, worst missiles I've seen in GI Joe. I'm right on board with that. I am right on board with that, guys. Anonymous dude. The 3 points would make a great singular video. Great insight. Thank you, anonymous dude. I really appreciate that. Mark D. I'm not a fan of Tier 2. I like the updated version of the H.I.S.S, so I'm not even going to use the classics cockpit or tread armor. Well, again, we can all respect that for sure. Bukat. Actually, wait. Jason H.I.S S. Jason Hess. Hey, Jason, what's going on? They should have led with the classics canopy and armor. No, I don't think so. I think that would have that. I think that would have killed momentum immediately. I think the missiles were good. I think that the missiles are actually good. I was stating earlier today that I think you should start out with something really really strong, something heavy at the beginning, so that the rest of the tiers trickle down. As it is right now, I think that they're losing momentum because the offerings are just becoming more and more redundant and really kind of lackluster. Bukat, at Zora the Barbarian, totally agree. The Thunder Machine with some Dreadnoks would have been awesome. Maybe some Cold Slither variants so that it's something special against regular released figures. That's awesome. That is a really awesome point. Willie Bowman, if tier 1 and tier 2 was just one tier, no one would have been asked. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. Rufus Roger, so I haven't cared about G.I. Joe since the 80s, but Jay is such a likable guy that I watched just. Thank you, Rufus. And thank you again, Rufus, for giving us the heads up when it happened. It's not your fault. You were doing the right thing, Rufus. You, my friend, are awesome. But then again, everybody in this channel is awesome. You guys are all awesome. That's absolutely true. Jason Heiss, I buy 3. Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, Mark Riedel. Yeah, no change yet. I mean, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. I mean, the other side of the world is looking at it right now. Jay Darkside, hey, Jay Darkside, what's going on? What's it called? That was a good movie, man. It was funny as hell. No, Hasbro is Hasbro's lucky to get our business. The tiers is incentive for us to keep our pledge in the end. I in my opinion, I agree. I agree with that. Mark, I really want to ask for one of those tiers. I also want something to plug those holes in the top of the turret. Maybe more rockets or something like Gatling guns. Yeah, that really sounds good. Toy Cartel. But will the momentum pick up if the third tier is actually something decent? The answer is yes. That's how this works. If you get good tiers, people get excited and they pledge. If you give shit tiers, they will get pissed off. Old IT guy. Wait, I just saw it. No. Where'd you go? Damn it! I saw it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find. Where'd you go? Palpatine. Where'd you go? Hold on. I'm coming. Nope, you're gone. Oh my gosh, he's gone. There it is. Old IT guy. Awesome for Joe fans. Proton Pack Haslab still the best value in my mind. Absolutely, absolutely. Old IT guy, you are not going to get any argument with me on that one. Stephanie Hines. Yo, Jay. 10 more to go. I'm excited when I wake up and see the next offer. I had to jump on the H.I.S. tank. It's a deal. I passed on TMNT Van after paying for a Thunder tank. Yes, Stefan, I am in agreement with you. I think that that it still is a deal. I do think so, and I'm very hopeful that something can be made of it for sure. And I hope that the next tiers are definitely in the wheelhouse. Ooh, 11,995. Holy crap! We're only 5 away from unlocking tier 3. So guys, we're 5. We actually I'm ending it in 15 minutes. We might make it. Let's see what happens at the end of the night. We actually might see the unlock tonight, guys. This morning, guys. Mark D. Something has to attach to the tow hitch. It will be either an ASP or an MMS. That would be excellent. I'm hoping it's either one of those. Stephen Haynes. Snake Mountain cost me 1,200 Canadian. Dude, what? Whoa. Brother, what? Are you serious? Why? What? Was it a secondary purchase? Steven, let me know, brother. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Jeez. But it doesn't matter. If you're happy with your purchase, then that's all that matters. Steven, wow. Toy Bounty Hunter. Jay, how goes it? Not bad, my friend. Good to see you. Peep Show Menagerie. Peep Show Menagerie. Tier 4 will be the full Cold Slither band. No. If it was, dude, I would automatically buy 2 immediately. Willie Bowman, female H.I.S. tank driver. Ooh, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. I think that would be very, very cool. Yeah, I would definitely be excited by that. 100%. Snake Mountain is badass. Yes, it is. It's incredible. Jay Coombs. What are your thoughts about the tier not being fully disclosed until the number of backers have been reached? That's actually a normal tactic for most what's it called, crowdsourced projects. So I'm not adverse to that. That happens all the time. It just does seem odd normally. Chinovo, hey Chinovo, how are you, my friend? I like the design of the tank, but $300 price tag is a bit much. But who's kidding? I'm going to go in the last minute. Uh, just need to be wise with my money in the next few weeks. Absolutely, save a little bit, so that the pain is not nearly as deep. And I was to 1, 2, 3. Zoran, please keep it classy. Emily's a wonderful woman in person. Absolutely, yes. Let's keep it classy, guys. Let's definitely keep it classy. Let's not throw shade around when it's not necessary. Joe Barrett. We are at 11,933 now. No, we're at 11,955. Let's go check it one more time, Joe. Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is one. Here, hit refresh. No, we're still at 11,995. I'm not sure if we're gonna hit. I'm not sure we're gonna hit at 3 a.m. But there's still time. There is still time. Okay, so all right. I'm going to move on to the next topic. I just wanted to see if there's anybody else who I haven't said hi to yet. There we go. Form 4, loam2zuckus.com. Need another figure to knock this out of the park. Yes, that would definitely hit it out of the park, but it's possible. There is a possibility of that, but I'm not really sure that's actually in the cards. But that would be a home run for sure. In my opinion, that would definitely be a home run for sure. Yes, Joe Barrett. Joe Barrett. 11,995. 100%. Rayfinity. They should have included a battle damage canopy and the battle damage armor with the regular canopy. Yes. I said the same thing. Battle damage canopy and battle damage armor. I totally agree. That's exactly my assertion from a few like an hour ago. Mark Riddell. Yo Joe. Yes, Yo Joe. ALJS. Disagree. 3 figures and a blast effects does not equal $300. Well, again, that's an opinion, and I respect that. All right, here we go. Stephen Haynes, shipping from California for that Snake Mountain was $480. Whoa, Jesus! Wow. Up here to really, Stephen? Oh my God! Wow. As long as you enjoy it, though. As long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters. Seiling Hawk Alex. Okay. Hi, dude. Do you think there will be more retro 3.7-inch Joe's vehicles with the pipeline? If you're talking about retro with the the multiple points of articulation instead of the O-rings, I think unfortunately no. I think that that ship has come and gone, my friend. I think I don't think Hasbro's interested any longer in doing the retro collection. Which really sucks because it looks like they're all in on the O-rings, which is not bad. But I really did like the retro collection. Palpatine, yes, actually, Hellfire, TOW, and Red Top missiles are what the H.I.S. tank missiles are based on, so it's cool. Okay, again, me, I just think kind of. Anyway, Mark D. Now that I know that Hellfire missiles actually look like, I'm not as bothered by the rounded missile fronts. Okay. That is what it is then, I guess. I'm still kind of bothered. Myself personally, I'm still kind of bothered. All right, guys. So just before we end off the stream, I did want to talk really quickly about one more thing before we move on to my last very exciting announcement. But the Reva lightsaber, I think, is a lesson that we need to really just touch on. The reality is that all the other projects for Haslabs have had incentive tiers, and they've always helped. And I know a lot of people are always going to say that it shouldn't be about the tiers, right? I know multiple people here in this chat have already said it shouldn't be about the tiers, and I get that. I understand that completely. But this is one of those cases where I think we have to really consider multiple factors here. The damn thing is $499 US. That is $500 for a lightsaber. When the average lightsaber costs around $200 to $250 US. And in the case of Obi-Wan Kenobi's new lightsaber, about $280. This thing is literally twice as much as that, right? The $250 mark I'm talking about, not Obi-Wan Kenobi's. And it's interesting to say that because when you scroll down to the bottom, you actually see. Okay, well, it doesn't show it this time, but oh no, here they are. You actually see the prices of the lightsabers themselves. 280 for Obi-Wan, 174 for Mace Windu, 264 for Rey, and 209 for Count Dooku. So we already know what lightsabers cost. They don't cost anywhere near what this is. And what incentivizes this is its uniqueness, right? The fact that it has a half ring with a lightsaber, which can become a single wielding lightsaber. We can go dueling wielding lightsaber with a full ring. We can have a full ring with unique stand. We can have unique light effects and blast effects once the clashing occurs. Right? We have a unique design, never before seen. You can detach it and actually put a cap at the end to make it look even more show worthy and presentable in a case, right? It looks absolutely gorgeous by itself, 100%. Right? The fit and finish is gorgeous, but it doesn't have the one thing that makes this thing absolutely completely unique in the Star Wars universe. The damn thing doesn't spin. All right, the damn thing doesn't spin, which is the whole point of the freaking ring with this thing. I can omit everything else of this thing. I can omit the sound effects. I can omit the clashing effects. If this thing freaking spun, I would be on board. I don't think I'd be on board for $500, but that would really help it move along. Because honestly, if it spun and did everything that's included with this, I think that 500 price tag is actually not bad at all. That's actually pretty damn good. But it doesn't spin. It doesn't do the one thing that's unique about this lightsaber. Like seriously, a double edge, a dual wielding lightsaber is not unique. It's been done, right? A big ring which you can take off and put back on, neat, but it's not that unique. Okay, so this is one of those examples where one or two stretch goals probably would have helped. But let's count how many stretch goals this comes with. Oh my gosh, it comes with no stretch goals whatsoever. Absolutely none. And in a very similar move, to what they did for the Sky Striker as well as the Rancor, to try and to introduce additional incentives to get the project moving, such as Malakili for the Rancor and Coco with his three guards for the Sky Striker. Haslab has just announced that the the premium display will now be added with these additional holders on the left and right stands, so that it doesn't sag, because a lot of people noticed in the panel at the Star Wars Celebration that the lightsaber actually sags. That is not cool, man. The one thing that a lightsaber is not supposed to do, which is to sag, it was actually sagging. So now they're actually introducing additional stands if you want to make this thing god awfully long and put it on your mantelpiece or something like that to make it really ostentatious and really stand out. Holy crap. And it just happens to be the thing that is included now as a bonus, right? So in a sense, you could say that this is a stretch goal. Kinda. It's actually more like a bonus, right? This is too little, too late. This is too little, too late. It comes at a point in the project where we are. How long now? What is this now? We are 9 days away. There are 1,300 backers. The target goal is 5,000. Why even bother making this announcement? Why even bother making this announcement? This did not do anything. This did not do anything, and it showed that they already had this in development somewhere, right? These things don't come out of nowhere. They already had this in development, right? So at this stage of the game, why do it now? And I understand a lot of people are going to say, no, it's supposed to be about the product, not the tiers. not the additional extras. But you know what? Especially in this case, I think a bunch of extras really would have helped to push this along. If they included an exclusive repainted Obi-Wan figure with this thing, or actually, you know what? No, screw that. They should have included a credit collection, an exclusive credit collection Riva figure, which is not hard to do. Carded credit collection Riva figure. Oh my god, this thing would probably have flown off the shelves because, as we know, credit collections are not cheap. But an exclusive credit collection Riva figure that doesn't come out anywhere else, I think that would have done a lot to push this, into at least getting a few extra backers. Because right now, as it stands, having no tiers on this at all really has hurt it. It's really given it, like, basically given no additional incentives to get this thing at all, right? At all. And if for spoilers ahead, I'm going to talk about this right now. So spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen Kenobi yet and you don't know what happens at the end, let's just say that Riva's lightsaber, the one that this is named after, Riva's lightsaber doesn't really make it to the end of the series. Let's just say it that way. At least it doesn't look like it. Okay, she drops it at the end and it pretty much forsakens it. All right. So this lightsaber, the one that's namesake of the lightsaber, doesn't even make it, past the end of the series. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Where am I supposed? What am I supposed to? What am I supposed to think after that? Seriously, what in the heck am I supposed to think after that? just, just crazy, just freaking crazy. I don't know what to think, guys. I don't know what to think. All right, 2:58 a.m. Let's cross our fingers, guys. Have we unlocked tier 3? Have we unlocked tier 3? Nope, nope. It will happen. Definitely before tomorrow morning. It's definitely going to happen. But as far as this stream is concerned, it's not going to happen. 11,995 backers. By tomorrow, we'll probably see tier 3 unlocked. And I think everyone is going to be waiting on bated breath to find out exactly what the heck what exactly the heck is going on here. All right, guys. I'm gonna end off the stream very soon. I can't believe I made it. My head is still kind of like, boom, boom, boom. But I did want to talk about one last very exciting project, which I'm a part of right now, and this is a big one, guys. This is a big one. So some of you guys might be following this wonderful YouTuber, Mad Hatter Reviews, guys. Matt Hatter's a wonderful reviewer. I really love his channel. His takes on TMNT, He-Man and Master Universe, toys in general, are absolutely hilarious. He really does put his heart and soul into his videos, and honestly, it's been a blast watching his channel grow. He just announced something which, well, actually, he sort of did this as a joke, really, but not really a joke. Sorry, he sort of did this, because he had an epiphany one night and decided to talk about something and showcase something which he's very, very passionate about, which of course is flippers. And he really wanted to talk about this concept that he had, which was for a flipper, somebody called Flipper Frank. Sorry, no, Flip Or. Sorry, Flip Or. And Flip Or is his take on a character which could exist in a fantasy type setting. And honestly, it sparked so many people's imaginations, and so many people have actually gone on and said, we need a character like this. We need this as an action figure. Like, talk to somebody, get this guy, in our hands. We would love to buy this guy. And you know what? It's interesting how when an idea comes across and people are excited about it, how that really galvanizes, people's imagination. And yeah, I was inspired by this, and I really did love the idea, mainly because it came on the heels of Wondar, and how a lot of us were burned, with the whole Wondar situation. And just really upset and pissed off that everything sold out in 3 minutes, and probably a majority of those things went to people who are going to be resellers, possibly flippers. So this thing really gave a lot of people this huge idea. It's like, oh my god, that's a wonderful, that's an amazing idea for a character. That is an amazing idea for an action figure. And you know what? I basically went on this tier, and I was like, yeah, that's funny as hell. I would love to see this guy made. And then what? Some people were actually adding, interesting takes to this, including, some of their own illustration, some fan art, some amazing people, art, creative people did fan art for this thing. And you know what? That's where imagination really started to take off. You know what I mean? Like this is where, like, look at this guy. He looks freaking badass. You know what I mean? With his big scoop, his time clock, his radar, his bag of goodies. You know what I mean? The hoodie. His overall appearance. He looks absolutely badass. And you know what? Somebody was listening. Somebody was listening. Uh, One of them being me. I was listening, and somebody else was listening. Ramen Toy was listening. Okay, and go watch Mad Hatter's video about this figure, um, because I happen to be part of this project. So yeah, Matt Hatter and I and Ramen, we are trying to get this actually produced. We're actually trying to get this figure made. Ramen has shown massive interest in actually getting this thing to the hands of fans. I've spoken with Matt Hatter, and we're super excited about this project. We've started contacting a bunch of artists. We've started contracting people who are incredible illustrators and 3D modelers and things like that. And we want to make this thing happen. We want to get this in the hands of people. We want people to actually have a figure that won't be canceled on you. We want people to actually order something that you know will not be denied, right? Because that's exactly what happened, right? A lot of us had this idea that we already got something in the cart, and hours later it was taken away from us, right? And that's exactly why this figure is going to be cool. This figure is going to be freaking amazing, because you know what? This is a figure that I plan on putting my heart and soul into, and all my effort into doing this. I want this figure to be made. I want this figure to be made. I want this figure to exist, and I am super excited for this figure. And I'm going to be working with Ramen Toy and Matt Hatter on a Kickstarter project to actually get this figure made, produced, and actually into the hands of fans, because this is the figure we deserve. This is the figure that I think a lot of people will want as a shining example of how things can get done, right? And as we know, Ramen Toy produces some amazing stuff. Where the heck are they? Um, did somebody just steal? Oh god, they're over there. But yeah, Ramen Toy makes some amazing things. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab it. Ramen Toy has the experience, and you know what? They've made dreams come true in a lot of ways. Like, if you guys haven't already seen it, um, they're producing incredible action figures like the Silver Hawks, fully licensed, and of course, they've made action figures like these guys. The '80s Commanders. Like, this is the stuff that the properties have never come never been revisited. But this is absolutely insane. It's absolutely amazing. Ramen Toy is doing their best work right now, and it's something to get very, very excited about. And by that notion, they're the most amazing. These are going to be really. They're not just going to be 3D printed. They're not these. Flipboard is not going to be a 3D printed thing. He's going to be a real produced action figure, right, from the ground up. He's going to have tool and die. He's going to have a mold. He's going to be produced in the entirety of action figures. And you know we want this to be the best project that we can make it. And with Ramen behind us, I think that this is going to be an incredible action figure that people can collect and be proud of to own, right? And as I said, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be an action figure where it's got what's it called? A limited amount of stock that only has a limited time window. 5 minutes, an hour. A day. No, this is gonna run for a month, right? And then basically whoever wants one can put in their money to actually order one, and whoever orders it is gonna get it. You know what I mean? This is the way it should be done. This is the way it needs to be done, right? Like companies need to look at these and take them as lessons, right? If people want a figure, make more, right? And I totally get it. Minimum quantity orders, all this kind of stuff. Well, that's the whole point. We need to actually reach a certain number of orders in order to get this thing made. Because if we don't reach that minimum quantity, these things are going to cost like 60, $70. Very much like a Super 7 project. But we don't want that. We want a $20-$25 figure plus shipping after the fact, right? That's something we have to work out. We haven't getting them into the hands of fans after that is going to be where additional shipping information happens afterwards. But we want to keep the cost down. We want to make sure that this figure can be an under $30 figure. US, right? Canadian's probably going to be like 30, 35. But that's the goal here. The goal is to actually make an action figure that all of us can be proud of. That everyone's always, it's very it's an amazing project, and really something that was created by fans for fans, and that fans are going to be proud of to actually own, right? This is a once in a lifetime project, and I'm so proud to be part of it. And I hope that you guys will join me on this journey with Matt Hatter and Ramen in trying to get this and make this into reality, because this is something I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be able to have a figure which I can hold on my own. And ever since I was a kid, I was making figures out of paper. I was making figures out of clay. I was making Transformers out of Lego. This is the one chance that I have to actually try and make something which might actually come true, which I can actually hold in my hands and say, geez, with the help of the community, with the help of the toy collecting community, and my own imagination, and the help of other incredible artists and creators, we might actually be able to make something like this happen. And I hope that the community is gonna come rally around this and try to make something like this happen, because this is a dream that especially after what happened with Wondar, like I don't want to center anybody out. I don't want to do that, but man, I don't ever want to have anyone to have that experience again, where they get something, they have it in their hands, they bought it, it's theirs, and it's just literally snapped away from them. Just a terrible feeling, terrible experience. And I want everyone to actually have good experiences with something like this, and with the team with the team that I'm trying to help out with and try to get this all organized with, and with the experience that Ramen has in actually making amazing action figures like the 80s Commanders. Like, seriously, you guys, my review on all of these guys, along with the original vintage Centurions figures, is coming. And let me tell you guys, this is absolutely freaking amazing. You guys, the packaging alone is incredible, right? Imagine getting something like this in the mail, and it's something that we've all been a part of. We all actually get together. We actually help fund these things and actually, create a figure which we all can be a part of. This is going to be something absolutely mind-blowing, absolutely magical. And I hope that you guys will join me and Mad Hatter and Ramen in trying to get this thing off the ground. I don't usually ask, for anything, but this is something where you're gonna everyone's gonna get something. And you know what? If the project is successful, we're all gonna get an action figure which we can really be excited about. That's my hope and my dream for this, right? And I wanted to take a minute just before we end the show to let you guys know about this project, which I'm so excited about, and I hope you guys will too. Definitely check out Mad Hatter's video about Flipor. I think you guys will get a kick out of it. He's such an entertaining guy, and of course, his passion for this figure is unmatched. It really is just one of those things where he really wants this to happen, and it's infectious. The type of passion that he's putting into this, it's absolutely mind blowing, and I really want to help him do this. And Ramen is on board too, and everyone really wants this to happen. So guys, definitely join us on this journey. I really want to happen. There are going to be a whole bunch of stretch goals, right? And it's going to be a lot of fun. And you never know, maybe I might get something. To I might get to include something in the stretch goals as well. You might, maybe Scalper Sam might make an appearance. Who knows, right? There's a lot of options, right? A lot of things that can happen. Um, and you know what? It's because of you guys that honestly, it's because of you guys liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel and following what we following and helping to support this channel, that any of this has been possible. I never thought when I started this channel that anybody would listen to me and enjoying watching me go toy hunting and just like reminiscing about my love of cartoons, comic books, action figures, anime, and everything in the pop culture of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I can't believe it. And you know what? This community has been so good to me. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Thank you again for being here tonight. It's been an absolute blast. And I hope you'll join me on this next journey to try and get this into your hands, into our hands, and enjoy the ride. And really, this is something where there aren't too many times where you actually get to do something which really possibly could change things. And this can definitely change things, because honestly, this is something that is going to be huge if we can get it off the ground. So I hope you guys will join me for that. All right, guys, let's but before I log off for tonight, let's go check what the chat is saying, because I'm excited about this project. I hope you guys will definitely be excited about the project. It's something which I'm really hoping will definitely be successful. Mark D. Maybe his arch enemy should be the true collector. Ooh, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Ray Infinity. A tier can be his sidekick. Computer. Oh, a computer that makes all the orders. Wow, that's cool. That's an awesome idea. Anonymous dude. Good day, James. You guys are talking. Jason Hess, Mr. Collector. Ooh, there's another good name for a nemesis. King Panther, Jay, this is amazing news. Could you put in the word for a glow-in-the-dark option variant? There's a cool idea. Seriously, I know people that get one of each. Just a thought. You're a wonderful man, Mr. J. Thank you so much, King Panther. You're a wonderful yourself, brother. You're talking about yourself. Zoran, my mailman will make sure mine arrives crushed. No. We're definitely going to try and make sure that everyone gets their figures intact. This case, again, these are all coming from China, and look, not a dent on any of the boxes. These are absolutely, look at the size of this box too. It's not small, and this came all the way from China, right? Perfectly intact. It's beautiful. So yeah, no worries about the shipping. You guys are going to be in. Count me out. Oh well, it's not for everybody, Zoran. I understand. Rayfinity, LOL. Mark D, will he include some mini toys to put in his backpack? The answer is yes. We're kind of figuring out whether or not they're actually detachable or molded in. But there will be at least something else to add to that. Pedro Lopez, have a great night. Good night, Pedro. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Palpatine, I hope this project takes off. Good luck. I certainly hope so. I'm really hoping so. Renegade Becker, Zoran, do you have a 3D printer? I do, and it can be a pain. Resin printers can be the same thing as well. Absolutely, which is why we want to do this right. James, I guess I missed the disappointment in H.I.S. the goals and into the new and the intro into a new indie project. You did, brother. We talked about that for almost 2 hours. Anonymous dude 123, Mad Hatter love, absolutely. Collector 1970, shaking my head. Well, again, it's not going to be for everybody. I'm sorry. I appreciate that. Renegade, it's four away from 12K. Ooh, let's do a quick refresh. Let's see where it's at. All right, so hit refresh. Oh my God, no, it's one away. Oh my God, guys, it is one away. This is going to happen tonight. You know what? Maybe before I log off, it actually will hit the 12,000 the 12,000 mark. It's possible. It is possible. Anonymous dude, Mega J Retro love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, anonymous dude. Rotax Hippie, is Flip or one or the of the 2,000 mules? Is Flip or Is Flipboard one of the 2,000 mules? I'm not sure what that means, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know what that means. You might have to explain that to me because I'm not really sure what that is. Mark, it should hit by the AM. It should hit in the next 10 minutes or so. Okay. James, glad I was able to make it a fruitful night, Jay. Absolutely. Mark Riedel, yep, it's almost there. It's only one away. Recoverell, sidekick bots, nice. Yes, absolutely. That's a really good one. I like that. EJ Rogers, love the passion. You know what? We're all passionate about these things, right? It's part of the community. Jason Hess, best community, absolutely. Jason Ludwig, 3 more on the H.I.S. Yes, it's actually down to 1, guys. It's down to 1 on the H.I.S. James, more than I can say for the Ali Viper box. I know, right? Just crazy. Mark D, I got a box recently that looked like the mailman was sitting on it before I got to my house. Jeez Louise, that's just freaking terrible. Refresh on it? No, we're still holding on it. Collector 1970. One DAR did make you guys go crazy. A flip or really? Yeah, we're looking to do it. Pedro Lopez. There should be a bunch of little computers. Oh, that's cool. As they will flip or bots. Oh, that's crazy. That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Nolan, I'm sold. I'll definitely get 1 or 2. Excellent. Thank you so much, Nolan. I appreciate that. Details on the Kickstarter will be posted here as well as on all our channels. EJ Rogers, he needs a trench coat with extra toys and a price gun. Ooh, maybe that's a stretch goal, EJ. Maybe that's a stretch goal. Toy Cattell, he should come with his eBay name on a business card and feedback score. That could be a printout on the back. That's actually a really cool. You guys should make sure to put these comments in the comment section so I don't forget them because they get lost in the ether when they're on the chat. So put them in the comment section below, guys. Definitely let me know because I would love to put some of these into effect. That would be awesome. Kevin Masters, can you start a new indie Astro Boy project? Let's do one at a time, Kevin. Let's see what happens because you know what that actually involves licensing. James, Renegade Biker, Renegade Resident is even worse. The UV curve is not fun. There you go. ALJS. Zoran Lenny looks like he made more lethal farts. Oh, be nice, my brother. Be nice. All right, still hasn't gone. Yeah, Mark says 1 away. Absolutely. Chinovo, all in 100%. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. Kevin Masters, I'll back it. I'll back it to make this happen. Thank you, Kevin. You are awesome, my friend. Renegade Biker, yep. King Panther. Good night, Jay. Last thing he must include is a cat sifting pet. It's a thing on his channel with a cat. If you watch his channel, if you know about the cat sifting, it sounds like crazy. It sounds crazy whenever it does it. Yes, absolutely. I'm totally on board with that. Jason Hess is laughing his butt off. Stroop Waffle, 1 away. Patrick Star Voice. Push! Mark D. At ALJS. I hope that Lee's farts aren't the only one with stretch goals. That's hilarious. Rotax Hippie. YouTube wouldn't want me to explain it. Okay. Silver Surfer. I'm all in on Flip Bar. 100%. That's excellent. Thank you, my friends. Zoran. Would pity do bring the lame tier number 3. Whoopity. Okay, I got you. Mark Riddell, FOMO Viper. Whew. It's getting crazy, right? We've done it. We've done it, guys. It's happened. It has happened. There it is in the flesh. Yes, indeed. Tier 3. I can't believe it. It happened during the stream. Tier 3 at 3:20 a.m. has been unlocked. 12,000 backers. Exactly 12,000 backers. Holy crap. Nice. I guess we'll have an announcement about Tier 3 in the morning. So congratulations to everybody who's backed the Cobra Cobra Classified H.I.S., Cobra Tank. This has been an amazing night, guys. Thank you so much. I want to see if everybody saw it. Tier 3 for you guys. Come on, be nice. Be nice about that. David Yarbert. Flipboard needs a store manager shirt option. Again, stretch goals, right? We can do something like that. Armando, flip or will sell out in under a minute and be flipped on eBay. That's actually been joked about quite a bit. It will be hilarious. Renegade, easy on the insults, Zoran. You don't need to engage the beard of admonishment. Too funny. You guys are fun. Demon Triple Eight, yes, 12,000. We have reached 12,000. Toy Bounty Hunter, bingo, 12,000. Absolutely, 12K. Okay, guys, be nice. We don't want to talk about. Don't be like that. Emily's a very nice person. Come on, let's not do that. Jason H.I.S, absolutely. We made it 100%. Mark D, yes, can't wait to see what the next goal is. I'm a little trepidatious, but yeah, I'm pretty excited myself. Yep, it just backed. It should meet all the goals. It definitely will. What will tier 3 be? An oil can accessory. Congrats to the GI Joe team. Absolutely. Zoran, you can all eat buffets on me, guys. Let's go out. Absolutely, Zoran. Rayfinity. Good night, all. Have a great weekend. Absolutely. What a high note to end the stream on. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Jay, for the stream. Thank you so much, Stroop Waffle. Kevin Masters, will you ever shave your beard? You know what? I can guarantee if one dar, sorry, one dar. If flip or actually gets back, I will definitely shave my beard on camera, 100%. I will do that as a celebration, and just for you guys, 100%. If that's an incentive for you guys, that's exactly what I'll do. Mark D, we are a super mature bunch, aren't we? We are absolutely not in the slightest. Collector 1970. I'm interested to see what happens with this flip bar thing, though. Yes, I'm very hopeful. I really am. Joe Barrett, we just hit 1,200. Yes, we mentioned it a little while ago. Absolutely. Congratulations to the Joe team. Congratulations to everybody. Bloodsport, yo Joe, 100%. Mark Riddell, the Joe Bones from words without ends. Yep. I hope we get something decent this time. EJ Rogers, sorry guys. What about flip or Transformers? What about a flip or transformer transforms into a motorcycle with a Walmart basket sidecar? That is cool, but that's expensive. And anytime you do a transformer, it gets pretty crazy. The Boo 222. I still think it'll be extra seat. It'll be extra seats because looks like you can remove the gun rack and then there's another set of seat tracks visible in the pics. That's an interesting prediction. That'll be cool. Demon Triple Eight, grow your beard down to your ankles. No, thank you for the suggestion though. Zoran, yeah, no, I will need a date with Emily before I order a flip bar. Oh, there you go. And I can appreciate that. Armando, shave that beard. Well, like I said, if you guys make it happen, I'll do it. Salacious Rum. Hey, Salacious Rum. Good to see you, brother. Long time. Hey, Mega J. It's Salacious Rum here. The Haslab tiers don't seem great so far, but I backed straight away. The tech details look awesome. I agree, Salacious Rum. I totally 100% agree. Tokatel. Will it be vintage style or origin style, Jay? It will be origin style. I don't know what you mean by vintage style. Do you mean classics? Do you mean Motu classics? Because it's going to be origin style. Or if you mean vintage style where there's no elbow articulation, the answer is no. It's origin style. It's going to have elbow articulation, wrist articulation. It'll have knee articulation and ankle articulation, and it probably will even have waist articulation and head articulation. So yes, we're doing this right. Anonymous do 1, 2, 3. How do GI Joe parties go? Push-ups? That's not a party, dude. Palpatine. Hey, Salacious. Good to see you guys. Mark D. Yeah, it looked like there was a room for a second seat behind the first one. Looks interesting. Salacious, don't eat me, Emperor, please. You guys are awesome. ALJS, second set of seats would be great, but still not worth 300. Try to think a little bit bigger for this amount of money. Well, again, that's definitely a consideration. I do actually like the side plates, but you can't use them for the missile launchers. This is true. Guys, I want to thank you again for joining me for this stream. I actually made it through the stream and saw a 12,000 backer goal. Incredible. My head's pounding. Thank you again, guys, for joining me on the stream and wonderful comments. You guys are the best. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to try and sleep off this headache. You guys are amazing, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. If you are inclined and are interested in the project, please consider supporting the Flip or Kickstarter when it goes live. I'll be having all the details on my YouTube page as well as all my social media. This is going to be a fun project, guys. I really hope you guys will help us support the project. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pricing details are coming. The tiers are coming. Everything's coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely go check out Mad Hatter reviews video on it. You guys are going to laugh your asses off. It's so much fun. Guys, thank you again for being here tonight. It's been an absolute blast. Last comments before we log off. Toy Bounty Hunter, have a good night. Thank you, Toy Hunter. Danny Vestal, LOL. Good night, Danny. Anonymous Dude 123. Thank you, Jay. Oh, Canada. Thank you so much, Anonymous Dude. Happy belated Canada to you. Rotax Hippie says, "Live long and prosper." Absolutely. Mark D, exactly at 12,000 right now. Yes, 100%. They have reached that mark. So we are going to see the tier 3 unveiling tomorrow. Unlock. Mark Goodell, seeing it hit 12,000 in real time was fun. Absolutely. It was a blast. Jason Heiss, happy 4th. Actually, absolutely. Happy 4th of July to all our American friends out there. Danny Vestal, take some Tylenol. Good luck. No, I don't believe in it. I'm going to sleep it off. I don't need Tylenol right now. It's the way I am. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. Collector 1970, Flip Bar should smell like Stinkor. Let's hope not. That's not what we're trying to do. James Serapio, cheers, everybody. Stay safe, geeks. Hope the Canucks have a great Canada Day weekend and the Yanks enjoy the anniversary of betraying their rightful monarch. Oh, James, that's funny. Good night to you, my brother. Bloodsport 1, good night, Jay. Toys for life. Yes, toys for life. Absolutely. 100%. Pedro Lopez, good night, people. Don't forget to hit that like button. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Mark D, Flipbar will have BO. No, thankfully, he will not. He's got a lot of Axe spray to spray him down. Nolan, good night, Jay. Good night, Nolan. Mark, good night, all. Good night to everybody. Guys, thank you again for liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you for being here for this wonderful chat. You guys are the best. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Flip guys. Let's make it happen. Geek Proud.